Imagine this. You are in a speeding angkot, the road ahead is filled with mini leftovers, and you're trying to guess whether the next bomb will send you flying off your seat or sending you off to infinity and beyond. Welcome to a day in my life commuting in Medan, one of the cities here in Indonesia, where each commute is a challenge which makes you appreciate life more and wonder what God put in each and every angkot driver's head, as only they and God knows where they are going. Speaking of challenges, there's a story that I believe many of us can relate to, especially those who went through these adventurous commutes daily. So it was one fine day, I was all giddy because I had a plan to visit my best friend who lives in another part of the city. Both of us had gossips and food to share, but only things missing is the place to meet. So we decided to meet in the center of the city in one of those high-up aesthetically pleasing cafes. The commute was expected to take an hour. As we continued to go into the deeper part of the city, the traffic got slower and slower. It seemed as if every vehicle was a part of a firefighting team. Each of them looked as if they were trying to go to a different burning buildings to put down the fire and save their family. I am not lying when I say it felt like we were trying to get into Taylor Swift concert, but each car had different Taylor Swifts they wanted to meet. Well, couldn't get any worse than this, right? Wrong. Just 5 minutes after we passed a red light, the bus came to a sudden halt. Ying! The bus hit a pothole and broke one of its wheels. Hooray! Breakdowns were common, but they always had a way of surprising you, as they mostly happens when you have something important to do. As we waited for a solution, I couldn't help but think about how many people actually face these transportation challenges daily. Nowadays, they were not just minor inconveniences, but significant challenges to economic development, education access, and health care. Imagine the amount of opportunities wasted and lives not saved just because people were stuck on the road. We all have only 24 hours a day. We can't afford having to be stuck in a jam for hours just to go to a place, right? Imagine the time you are stuck in a congested road for hours and multiply it by a month. Imagine the time you could have used to do another thing instead of just waiting, doing nothing. Story short, we finally met at the cafe 3 hours after I hopped on the bus, triple the expected time. We had gossips and food to share, but now we only had bad words and complaints to share. Yet it was a vivid reminder of the resilience and adaptability of Medanese, those who face these challenges daily. Well, it was a journey of discomfort, yes, but also one of sheer will and determination. From countless and endless traffic jam, narrow street, limited parking spaces, congested road, broken roads, changed pathways, overloaded private cars, and angkots or city transportations, pedicabs, and limited paths for walking and bicycle, I can keep talking about the transportation challenges that developing countries are having. However, when we talk about solving transportation challenges in developing countries, it requires a multi-directional approach coming from innovation, sustainable practices, and community involvement. All in all, in my opinion, the first step is to use technology innovation. When I was in Singapore, I can track all buses' location and path using Google Maps. But here in Indonesia, especially when we are talking about angkot or bus, only God knows where and when they are going to go. So using smart traffic systems, utilizing AI and real-time data analysis can significantly reduce traffic jam by optimizing traffic flow, predicting peak times, and managing public transportation schedules to meet demand more effectively. Investing in sustainable transportation options is also another important step. This includes making bicycle paths and walking paths. Imagine the time we can save by simply cycling or walking to our destination, which is somehow a bit unviable in some cities here in Indonesia, considering how high the crime rate is here, which is also another challenge for transportation users in developing countries. But encouraging their use through safe and accessible infrastructure will surely bring forth amazing changes. As we look towards the future, let us not forget the lessons learned on these bumpy rides. They teach us about the strength of the human spirit and the endless potential for change. As we work towards solutions, let these experiences fuel our drive to create a world where gossips can be shared with just 1 hour of commute instead of 3. To conclude, I recall the words of Jane Jacobs. Cities have the capability of providing something for everybody only when and only because they are created by everybody. Let's be part of that creation and vision and strive for a future where transportation is not a challenge but a bridge to economic development and social equity. Thank you.